Hey everybody, this is Leslie from GoToKitchens.com, and even though we are in the kitchen today, we are not cooking. We are talking about real food aphrodisiacs, and the reason that I decided to tackle this subject is because we are talking about all week this week. Sorry, trying to get my camera right there for you guys. We are talking all week this week about, hi, it's good to see you. Hey, Sherry. We are talking all week this week about intimacy, and it's all surrounding the holiday that's coming up, which is Valentine's Day. No, we're not in the bedroom. We're in the kitchen, which is where can lead to the bedroom very easily. So, so I just want to say out there, uh-oh, we lost Facebook Live there. Oh, dang, we lost Facebook Live. Okay, we're just going to go over here to Periscope. For some reason, I didn't have a good connection over there. So do I have a good connection here on Periscope? Anybody want to point that out to me? It's Christmas, right? Yes. Hey, Sonia. Hello, hello. We got a good connection over here on Periscope. I just want to make sure. Thank you. Thank you. Thanks for being here. Thank you. I know I'm wearing my heart shirt today. You guys picked that up, did you? Okay, good. Awesome. Thank you. All right. I just want to confirm that before we get too far into this. So, I'm rather peppy. That's right. Okay, awesome. Thank you. All right, so let me introduce myself. My name is Leslie. I have a website, GoToKitchens.com. There is nothing for sale over at GoToKitchens. The only thing that I want you to buy is I want you to buy into your own health. I consider myself a light bulb expert. I like for people to have light bulb moments before disease strikes, before cancer strikes, before heartache strikes, before any of those things happen. I like for you to have a light bulb moment. If you've already had those things happen, I like for you to have a light bulb moment, and I am here to help you perpetuate that. So thank you, Evan, for putting my website up. That's the website. Nothing for sale there. The VIP is absolutely free. So if you see VIP access, you can click on that, join. You get a free ebook, How to Fall in Love with Your Kitchen and Yourself, how appropriate for this week's sessions. And you're also getting a link to, I know, sorry about that. You're also getting a link into our private Facebook page. So I just want to talk to you guys today about, oh, and I forgot to ask you to share out. So right down here, excuse me, right down here in the corner, there is a little guy. If you just tap him on his little head and share out to your followers, I would be really, really grateful. So, hey, thanks for being here. It's good to see you. It's good to see you. Okay, so let's get started. Let's get started and talk about the real food aphrodisiacs. So there's always a lot of talk surrounding, hi, it's good to see you. Thanks for being here. Hi, Sarah. So there's always a lot of talk surrounding about, are these foods really aphrodisiacs? And what does that mean? So first of all, I want to say that thank you so much for sharing out, Harlow. I want to say that if you are eating real whole foods, thank you for inviting followers. If you're eating real whole foods, then you are already contributing to the aphrodisiac effect of everything. So the reason there is because you are giving yourself the vitamin and the nutrients that you need for your body to sustain life. Part of our body's desire to sustain life actually involves our sexual intuition. And so, so aphrodisiacs are kind of a misnomer in the way that you think about, you don't like oysters, are a misnomer in the way that you think about that they're going to contribute directly. So none of these foods are going to be a little blue pill. Everybody follow me there? None of these foods that I'm mentioning are going to be the little blue pill. What they do is they contribute to the emotions behind our sex drive, and they also contribute to the physical factors of our sex drive. So first of all, eating whole real foods is an aphrodisiac within itself. It's right. Nature's little blue pill. So a lot of them are green, actually. So hi, it's good to see you. Thanks for being here. Hey, Josh, it's good to see you. I know, right? You came in right at that point, right? Blue pill, what? What are we talking about? So we are talking about nature's little blue pill, as Janie so great was to point out right there. So let's just back up and say one more time. If you are eating whole real foods, if you are contributing to a diet in your life that is whole real foods, you are already on a path to have a better sex life. And just when I said that, my husband walks in the door. What in the world?
It's a sign.
It's a sign.
We'll talk to you later.
So what are these real... I know, right? He just came in from a house call. So funny. I'm good, Rosemary. How are you? Although my Facebook Live did not work today. Who knows why? Oh, well, we're just intimate here, right here on Periscope, and that's it. So it is totally PG. We are totally going PG today, so we're not going to get into details of anything. So yes, I know. Hello, sex life, walking in the door. All right, let's do this. So when you feel better, you feel like having sex. When you feel like, yeah, PG-13, I think that's more like it there. Harlow, I think PG-13 is probably spot on today. So, but when you feel better, you feel like having sex. It's the bottom line. When you feel more confident in yourself, when your attitude is better, when your mindset is better, when this is your biggest sex organ right up here, and when you're feeding that well, you are contributing to the aphrodisiac effects of food. All right? So everybody got that? All right. So let's start with my favorite aphrodisiac as far as like technically speaking. So again, this is not little blue pill effects. Okay, these are things that are going to contribute to your sex life. They're not gonna make it all happen. All right. So let's talk about the first one. What do you think? Bingo, Sonia. Sonia, you totally nailed it right there. Bingo, bingo. Chocolate is the number one. I know. That's not true though, Evan. That is not true. You say that men always feel like having sex, but that is absolutely not true. And so, it's women are not the brakes and men are the gas. Sometimes it can be the other way around as well. So, and Robin and I are actually going to talk about that at length when we talk about on Thursday when we do our blab together. So yeah, no, bingo bongo. That's no, right. Yeah, I know. He's coming in and out. So, all right. So let's talk about the number one. Number one is chocolate. This is one of the best aphrodisiacs in the world. Why do you think that we give this? Why do you think that we give this at Valentine's Day? Why do you think that there are boxes full of chocolate on the grocery store aisles full of this right here on Valentine's Day? Right? I know. This is why, is because this is a very powerful aphrodisiac. Now, chocolate, it goes back to the Aztecs. So Montezuma, you guys have all heard of Montezuma's revenge, right? Okay, but we're not talking about that. That's a whole different scope. We are talking about, it's not good chocolate, that's right, but people do love chocolate. It is still the cacao bean, even though it's been saturated with sugars and other things in it. It's still getting the cocoa bean and the cacao bean that you're getting the chocolate from. This actually happens to be 85% cacao. This is a very bitter, dark chocolate, which is so yummy, and I love it. That's right. Breaking it out, getting them. All right. So, yes. So the Aztec ruler Montezuma drank 50 cups of chocolate a day because he serviced a harem of 600 women. That's nuts. I mean, all of you should be like, what? Okay, right? Yeah, bitter is better. I agree. So yes, 50 cups of chocolate a day because he had to service 600 women in a harem. So he drank a lot of chocolate. Now that was fortified with one of our other foods that we're going to talk about today, and we'll talk about that when we get to that food. So, but yes, chocolate. In the 17th century, church officials actually said, no more chocolate. I know, right? No more chocolate. Chocolate is sinful. You cannot eat chocolate. And it's because it has that aphrodisiac effect. I know. Right? Yeah, PG-13. The scope is PG-13. I should have said that. Yes. So absolutely, this is considered for millennia. This has been considered an aphrodisiac. Okay. Scientifically, let's talk about this. In 2009, the last statistic that was taken for chocolate, the chocolate consumption for the world was taken in 2009, and it said that 7.2 million tons. 7.2 million tons of, thanks for being here, of chocolate has been consumed in 2009. In 1 year, 7.2 million tons of chocolate. That's a lot of chocolate. That's a lot of chocolate. So we are feeding that fire, right? We're feeding that fire with our chocolate. Scientifically, though, speaking scientifically, and I don't talk about scientific notions very often. I leave that to other people, but I do want to say that scientifically, there's a reason that chocolate is so powerful for us. And that is because it contains a molecule that works in the brain and in the body. It kind of courses through your veins when you eat it. It actually has a molecule that is the same hormone that releases when we are in love. Not serotonin, but it is, and here, I'll just show you the word. It's called PEA. Here's the word right here. You see that big old long word right there? That big old long word right there. It is PHENYLETHYLAMINE. That's the big long word. Phenylethylamine, I think is how you say it. Phenylethylamine. It gives you that giddy feeling. You get that same emotion, right? PEA. We'll just do that, right? It gives you that same emotion that you get when you're in love. So that is why chocolate is so powerful. This is why so many of us seek out and crave chocolate. That's right. Yes. So super, super powerful. It is PHENYLETHYLAMINE. I win. I win the spelling bee. I totally cheated, of course. So yes, so chocolate is a super powerful aphrodisiac. All right. That is number one. That is one of my favorite. One of my favorite foods on all of the planet is actually an aphrodisiac as well. Who knew? All right. And that is asparagus. I know, right? Like this was like the last thing you thought I was going to hold up to the camera. I know that every single one of you went, oh, it's going to be, ugh. And it wasn't. It was asparagus. I know. It is one of the most, I know, really? What? That's craziness. Asparagus is an incredibly powerful aphrodisiac, and it's actually because of the way that it reacts in the body. So, yes, but hopefully that's not contributing to anything else. Anyway, so yes, absolutely asparagus. There's a reason for that to smell, actually. It is expensive, but it is really a powerful aphrodisiac. One of the reasons that it is the power of suggestion. How many times, now this is going to be a little PG-13, but how many times have you heard me say, if it looks like the, then it's good for the. All right, so hello, I don't want to be graphic here. Yay, Sherry. If it looks like the, it's good for the. All right, so that's all I'm going to say. Yes, it is the doctrine of signatures. Absolutely, absolutely, you're spot on there. The law of similarities says if it looks like the, it's good for the. All right, so everybody's like, oh my gosh. Okay, but it is a symbolic in our culture. It is very phallic, but that is not the only reason, but that is the reason that we are attracted to it, because of the way that it looks. Okay, it actually simulates a sexual thought, even if it's subliminally, it actually activates that in our minds. So yes, bananas are actually really good for that as well. So I know. Well, you're not going to get a lot of fun out of the asparagus, but it is actually really good for your sex drive. So, in France, this is just a little bit of history as well. In France, they used to give 3 courses, and all 3 courses of the meals before the wedding night, all of them included large amounts of asparagus. Now, asparagus is one of the only vegetables that we have left in the world that is actually like it was thousands of years ago. Asparagus 2,000 years ago looks like asparagus that we have today. Nothing much has changed. This is a really hardy plant. It is actually very clean. They don't have to use a lot of pesticides because it is naturally protective. So yes, so asparagus has been around for a long, long time, obviously, and it looks like the plant that you ate 2,000 years ago. So yes, perfect. Corn dogs are not going to help you. Okay, so here's another fun tip about asparagus. The legendary, like, Hollywood lover of lovers, Richard Burton, he actually they say that he consumed asparagus voraciously. And that, yes, it is really, I love asparagus. We eat asparagus all the time. We probably eat it twice a week. I actually love asparagus. Just saying. Anyway, but Richard Burton was known to eat asparagus voraciously. He would eat asparagus like every single day. Yes, so every single day he would eat asparagus. And he said it was because of his love life, because of his sex life. So I just think that that's really, really interesting. Yes, you guys are getting down the recipes. Holy cow. There you go. Love it. I love it. Yeah, those stringy bits, I always break mine. So the natural breaking point of asparagus, if you'll hold asparagus right below its flower and right at the tip and bend like that, it will break at its natural point. This will be the tough point. This will be the soft, meaty point that you'll actually want to eat. So yeah, but it will do that naturally at the area where you need to do it. So yes. Yes, asparagus is amazing for you. Amazing for you. The reason scientifically is because that it's packed with, it is actually packed with potassium, phosphorus, calcium, vitamin E. All of those things are going to give you extra energy. They're going to make you, yes, asparagus doesn't have to be organic, but I do eat anything organic. If I eat the peel, it's no deal. Remember my rule. So I do only eat it organic, but it's one of those things that is on the Clean 15 that you don't necessarily have to buy organic. Yeah. It's packed with the sex vitamin. Anybody know what the sex vitamin is? Can anybody type in the sex vitamin? The person that types in the sex vitamin correctly wins a splat. What's the sex vitamin? Don't Google it. It's taking too long. No. C. There you go. Vitamin C. Harlow, you win a splat. Vitamin C is the sex vitamin. Vitamin C is actually amazing. Harlow, you just need to DM me, direct message me with your address if you want to. Some people don't want to. That's fine. I actually have a special Valentine's Day edition of Splat. In fact, I got to go get them. You guys hang with me. This is going to take a second. Everybody bear with me. I forgot to bring in. Hold on. Hang on. Forgot to bring my holiday Splat with me. Here I come. I'm coming back. Running in my little boots. Look at this. It's the holiday edition. It's the Valentine's. It's the intimacy week. It is the intimacy week. And there you go. There you go. You get a Valentine's Day splat. Isn't he adorable? I love him. He's so cute. I know. So cute. Harlow, you got it. I will. I'll follow you back. Follow me, I'll follow you back. Yeah. Or you can email me at talktothehands@gotokitchens.com, the number 2 kitchens.com. But there's your splat right there. Holiday splat, Valentine's Day splat. All right. Cool? Cool. All right, vitamin C. Vitamin C helps increase the blood flow in the body. That is why it's considered the sex vitamin. Vitamin C actually helps with your circulation. Now, a lot of you are thinking, oh, well, that's really great for men. No, it's really great for women as well. We need blood flow as well as men to have a good sexual experience. That blood needs to be flowing. Our circulation needs to be good as well. So the vitamin C is the sex vitamin, and asparagus is loaded with it. Loaded with vitamin C, all right? So there's a lot of things about asparagus that are super, super good for you. We'll put him with the Splat. Splat loves vitamin C, yes, and loves asparagus. All right? Okay, let's move on. Here we go. Here's the next one. This one as well has that idea, although not directly, because there are different types and different shapes of this particular vegetable. So you love asparagus. Yes, I'm actually working on that right now, Janie. Yes, and this is something that is really interesting. This particular food is actually because of how you react physically when you eat it. So it really doesn't have anything to do with the nutrients in it. It's how you react when you eat the food, and that is chili peppers. Any type of chili peppers, any type of hot peppers actually stimulate a lot of things. Somebody type in thinking about our topic, and type in what you think that when you eat this, what does this stimulate in your physical being? Not in just your mind, but in your physical being. Sweat, heat, that's right. You guys are spot on. Yes, I know. Blushing, passion, absolutely. All of those things, right? Hot sex drive. There you go. Spicy hot, right? We automatically, when we say the word spicy, we think of two things. We think of food and we think of sex. So yes, the heart rate gets up. You guys are so smart. Oh my gosh, spot on. One other thing that nobody has mentioned here, and that is that it makes your lips swell a little bit. That pouty lip simulates something that happens when you've been kissing. You get these little pouty lips, right? Or other things. That's true. It's true, actually. There are scientific reasons behind these sorts of things. But absolutely, chili peppers simulate. So when you see someone that you are attracted to, your husband, your wife, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, I don't know, whatever, you see them eat something spicy like this, it simulates the same thing and the same reactions that you see when you're having sex, or you're in a physically intimate relationship. I mean, and I'm talking about not the type of physical intimacy like you share with your brother or sister, but I'm talking about when you're sharing it with a sexual partner. It simulates those things. So when you see that happen, you're automatically attracted to it. So, and when you have it happen in your own body, I know it's really interesting, right? Your heart rate goes up. You get that little bead of sweat sometimes. Your lips begin to feel a little pouty. I mean, all of those things. And that is why the chili pepper is one of those things that actually helps with your sex life and helps stimulate the idea and the thought of sex when you eat it, because it's hot, caliente, right? Okay. Amazing. The other thing that it does is when you eat this, it gives a burst. It gives you a burst of adrenals to your heart, which raises your heart rate. And I know, it's great, right? It raises your heart rate, gives you energy, and creates an excitement in your body. And so you guys are so funny. So yes, so absolutely. So unusual, the things that we picked today, which were chocolate, asparagus, and chili peppers. Now then, I have 3 more for you. I'm going to unload those 3 tomorrow on you. So we're going to talk again. That's right. We're going to talk again tomorrow about more real food aphrodisiacs. So yes, I know, right? This is why in hotter climates as well. I mean, you think about when you think about certain groups of people. Okay, This is not to single anything out here at all, and this is a compliment. I mean this totally as a compliment. But one day, Robin and I were watching something on TV, and there was this gorgeous Puerto Rican girl. She was so beautiful. She had this beautiful accent, and even though she wasn't trying to be sexy, she was very sexy. I mean, she was fully clothed. I mean, you know, it wasn't like she was, you know, whatever. She was just being herself, and she was so beautiful and so sexy. And I told Robin, I was like, I just want to be from Puerto Rico. These women are so beautiful and so like sensual and so amazing. And it's because I associate that hot tropical climate with hot women. And so, and hot men. And so I just think that it's, I know, right? Just dying to meet you. There you go. See, exactly. So I'm from Texas. I'm getting close. I'm really close down there to the border. But anyway, but yes, but we do associate those things, right? We do associate those things, and I love it. I think it's fabulous. And so, yes, and it's the beautiful accents. I think the same thing about Italian men and women. They have those beautiful accents. The French, they're known for their love, and it's mostly stems from food. But they're known to be, you know, romance and yes, I'm from Texas, absolutely. So if it looks like the brain, it's good for the brain. Sherry. Yes, you think about them being very passionate and everything. So the other thing that I want you to consider though is that when you are eating whole real foods, when you look in the mirror and you feel confident, when you feel better, physically better, that helps with your sex life. That helps with your sex drive. So just keeping all of that in mind, you can certainly line up the body, and that starts lining up the brain thinking about sex. So there you go. But these are real food aphrodisiacs. Again, they're not going to be the little blue pill type of aphrodisiacs, but right, Tarlo? Exactly. There's actually some nutrients in oysters that contribute to that too. The healthy fats actually contribute to that. So, but yes, very good. Very good thought there. You're on the right path. Without being graphic, you're on the right path there. So tomorrow I'm going to drop 3 more foods on you. We're going to talk about those and how those relate to our sexual being and why they're considered aphrodisiacs. I think that it's so interesting. I think that it's so interesting that these foods, that's how we think of them. I had never, until I started, until I started doing the research for these periscopes this week, I never realized why we consider these foods aphrodisiacs. So I'm learning along with you guys, and I actually got I got some excitement and a thrill out of knowing why we think of chocolate the way that we do. So I am not going to talk about oysters at all. Yeah, not going to talk about oysters at all. Not a big fan of oysters personally, so they're not extremely sustainable. Most of them are farmed, and I just don't agree with that. So yes, and then if they're farmed if they're taken out of the ocean, it's actually not a sustainable practice. So I stay away from shellfish like that, mostly for that reason, because most of it's farmed. So yeah, no oysters. Promise. Promise. Robin just said, fish are your friends. They are our friends. By the way, I just want you guys to know that it takes a lot for me to be here today. And the reason it does is because Robin and I are big surfing fans. So our Super Bowl, so like the Super Bowl that's coming up, our Super Bowl is happening right now, and it is amazing, which is on the North Shore of Oahu. The waves at Pipeline are beautifully formed. They are surfing through barrels right now that are absolutely gorgeous. I was watching it right before my broadcast. It is like my Super Bowl. So I gotta go.
Volcom Pipe Pro.
Yeah, it's the Volcom Pipe Pro. So, and sorry I was a little late. I was actually, surfing is amazing. You should, well, you're not going to be anywhere in the Caribbean where you could do it, but surfing's amazing. Yes. Yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome. Yes, Texas Leslie. That's so funny. Most people don't realize I'm from Texas because I have no accent. So yeah, you're welcome. Thanks for being here. I'm not, but I can go back and watch replays. So it's not on TV. It is, I have to watch it on the internet. So, but yes, usually we're there. Usually this time of year during that contest, we are actually there, but this year we just couldn't do it. So yeah, no, that's okay. I'm just kidding. No, I don't have an accent at all. It's true. It's true. When I go back home, I get a little bit of one, but not a serious one for sure. So All right, you guys, I'm going to go work on some recipes. Hey, oh, by the way, that's right. Amen. I'm with you on that one, sister. By the way, tonight at 6:30 p.m., 6:30 p.m. Mountain Time. So that's 5:30 Pacific and 8:30 Eastern. Sorry, I had to do it in my mouth. I ain't got one either. I won't. Harlow, I won't break your splat, I promise. This is sexy splat. I love that, sexy splat. That's hilarious. Yeah, we stayed for the snow, right? But tonight at 6:30 p.m. Mountain Time, we are doing a blab with Leslie Gustafson, who is a sex and intimacy expert. And she and I are going to go a little bit deeper talking about food and the relationships that we have with food and how that relates to intimacy in our life. So I'm so excited about this blab. I hope every single one of you can be there. It's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be super lighthearted. I will tell you that it's going to be PG-13 and probably getting a little bit close to like R, not like in a disgusting way, but in a helpful way. 6:30 p.m. So for you, Marcy, it's going to be 7:30 p.m. I'm working on Hillary. I know she's busy this week. She has another blab scheduled, but no. And then on Thursday, Robin and I are going to be doing a blab together, and we're going to be talking about intimacy after tragedy. So tragedy for us being my breast cancer and what happened after that, what changed in our lives during that. It is too late for you. I agree. But there'll be a replay available for you. But what happened during that period that we actually, I actually had breast cancer, and then on to today and how we healed from that, because there was a healing that had to take place from that. So yes, yeah. So we decided to do blab because it's just a better platform for interviews. So Normal Leslie. Next week is fermenting week. So yes, we will be in the kitchen all week next week. We are doing ferments all week next week. And it is, so yes, we will be back in the kitchen next week. And I'm super excited about that because I have an expert with me that's going to teach us some ferments that even I don't even know how to do. So yes, next week we're back in the kitchen. We'll be back in the kitchen on Friday too. We'll be doing our regular cooking on For Real Food Friday. And we're going to incorporate some of these lovely foods in there. So there'll be a little bit of talk about sex, but not a lot. Why don't I recommend stevia? It's because it stimulates the same thing that happens in your body when you eat fake sugar. So like Splenda or Equal or any of those things, it is potently sweeter. It's I can't remember. It's like 10 or 15 times sweeter than sugar. And so your body reacts to it, releasing insulin in unnatural amounts. And so I don't believe that stevia is good for you because of that, because of the reaction, the chemical reaction that happens in your body. So yes, you're releasing, I'd rather you just eat sugar, just pure cane sugar and then have stevia or any other type of artificial sweetener. You are not doing yourselves any favors with that. You can actually wear out your insulin producers by stimulating them so much with these fake sugars. So yes, and even though stevia is natural, it is not a natural reaction in the body. So we were not made to consume it that way. So that's why I don't recommend stevia. Yes, very good. Harlow, I love that. Yeah, using honey and berries is an awesome way to do that. I'm actually going to do, I would suggest coconut sugar is great. Yes, Rosemary's spot on there. Honey, unless you're vegan. Excuse me. There is actually coconut syrup. That is actually just made from the sap of the tree, of the coconut tree. And so that would be something that you could look into. Fruits are natural. Figs are a great way, and also an aphrodisiac, but whatever. Figs or dates are a great way to, yes, cane sugar. So pure cane sugar that has not been bleached or filtered or anything, that is through its first process of granulation. That would be fine. Yep. So got rid of the white sugar. Good for you. I still use some. I use a lot of, nope, same thing, Sherry. Same reaction in the body. Excuse me. I just have a little bit of a leftover cough from that. Sugar in the raw. If you're in a pinch, Yes, but it's still processed. The only thing that is different about sugar in the raw is that it has gone through one last bleaching stage. So it has some of the molasses still stuck in it. So you're late. Oh no. Molasses, yes, that would be fine. Yeah. Raw sugar will still have some of it, yes, but I think she's talking about the actual brand sugar in the raw. Honey is super good for you. It is an aphrodisiac as well. Honey is really, really good for you. It is, it's one of my favorite sweeteners. If you're vegan, I know that's something that you don't do, but yeah, at that point, I would look into, it's expensive. Molasses is healthy, yes. Well, somewhat. It has more nutrients in it than raw sugar would have, so. So, yeah. Yes, it does have some iron in it. I would recommend, personally, I use, I am still here, yes. Personally, I would recommend using, yeah, no good. Stevia, Truvia is no good. There are chemical byproducts in that you need to stay away from. Truvia for sure. Stevia in the raw, still don't like it, but yes, you just got here. Yeah, no to Truvia. Absolutely no. Yeah. What's your favorite? I know. Well, not in my opinion. I actually do not like stevia either. So, sorry. I know I bust some bubbles when I say that, but yes. Yes, there you go. I would toss it. Absolutely. It's okay. Sherry asked a question about why I don't like stevia, and that opened up the doors. And that's fine. I love to talk to people about sugar because it is something that is, here's the deal. Let's just be completely, don't give it to anybody. Yes, thank you. Juan said it right there. So here's the deal. If you're not eating a ton of processed foods, which I gather that a lot of you are not. So if you're not eating a ton of processed foods, so you're not going downtown crazy on the prepackaged foods and the prepackaged drinks and the sodas and the sports drinks and the bottled teas and all of that stuff where you're getting added sugar. If you are adding a little sugar to your real food, natural diet every once in a while, there is nothing wrong with that. Your brain needs sugar. You need sugar in your body. Most of us get it through fruits that eat like I do, but yeah, me either. I hate them. They're gross. But yes, absolutely. You do need some sugar. So having some berries sprinkled with a little bit of cane sugar never hurt anybody. Having a coffee in the morning with a tablespoon of pure cane sugar is just fine. We have demonized sugar. Not we, but people have demonized sugar. But really what we're talking about that in the context of health is when you start talking about in the processed foods, in the sodas, in the drinks, in the, in the prepackaged foods. That is when sugar becomes dangerous because they take all the nutrients and all the flavors out and they have to add sugar and salt back in. And so that's where it becomes dangerous. So there you go. Juan, I didn't know that. I've never heard that before. I know you hear Edison barking. Of course, he's going to bark during a scope. But that's why I say, I try to stick to having no more on a daily basis. So on a regular basis, having no more than 2 tablespoons of sugar a day. And that is added sugar. So something I've added. And we're not talking about fruit here. We're talking about just sugar, just pure cane sugar. So I limit that intake. Now then, every once in a while, does that mean I never eat dessert? Absolutely not. Does that mean that I never have a cookie? No. Does that mean that I never have hot chocolate? No. Okay. So yes. So it is super important. It is super important that you, that's actually a little bit of a misnomer too, Sherry, that sugar feeds cancer cells. That would be in huge, large amounts in your body, but that is what most people are getting. I mean, drinking the sodas, drinking, those coffee drinks that you get that are full of sugar, drinking, power drinks and and Red Bulls and all of these kinds of things are really, that's what should be demonized, not just the sugar itself. But everybody's they're fixed on, you're choking, on the fact that sugar is bad for you. So some sugar is good for you. Yeah, I'm going to go against the grain there a little bit, and some people are going to be like, what? I'm so confused. Yes. Yes. So, all right, you guys, I am going to scat out of here, and I'm going to go get Harlow's address and send her splat that she won today. Sexy Splat is in the house. And I am going to be giving away another Sexy Splat tonight in the Blab. And there's not going to be any specific contest out there. It's just going to be random, like we've been giving them away. Some of you are going to have a good answer, and you're going to win a splat. So, see you guys. I hope you enjoyed today. It's been a fun topic for me. I've been excited to share it with you for a while, leading up to Valentine's Day. And I would have done it next week, but that's when my fermenting expert was available. So, yes. So, you guys, please come see me tonight. It's the Leslie Show, Leslie and Leslie tonight on Blab at 5:30 Pacific and 8:30 Eastern. We are on Blab tonight at Go-To Kitchens. At Go-To Kitchens tonight on Blab. So please come follow us there. The website is blab.im, blab.im/Go-To Kitchens, GO2 kitchens plural.com. 5:30 Pacific. 5:30 Pacific. Yep. 5:30 Pacific, 6:30 Mountain, 7:30 Central, and 8:30 Eastern. That's right. Yes, so there you go. You guys are in the know tonight that I'm giving away a splat because I haven't told anybody else. So all right. I look forward to seeing you guys tonight. It's going to be a lot of fun, and I will see you. If I don't see you tonight, I'll see you tomorrow, noon Mountain Time, lunch with Leslie. Please come visit. Please tell all your friends. Every time you guys share out, you help me spread the word. So you are my partners in crime here, and I really appreciate all of your help in getting the word out because it is spreading fast, and I love it. I love it. Bye, Marcy. Bye. Bye, Janie. See you guys. Bye, Vegan Dollhouse. Oh, what a cute name. I love your name. Bye, Rosemary. Bye, Sherry. Bye. Oh, man. Dang. Lou Jane, right? Did I do good? Was that right? Did I do good? Bye, Juan. Bye, Harlow. Bye, Dad. Lucia. Gosh. Urgh. No, that's not it. Dang. I still didn't say it right. I can't say your name for some reason. I'm a crazy person that way. Hold on. If I focus, I can do it. Louisa. See, I have to focus. It doesn't just come out of my brain. Louisa, 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 Louisa. There. I have to focus though. Yeah. Use the force. I know, right? It's nuts. It's nuts. So, I don't know your name either. CT something or another. I know. I got it. I got it. I know. I am crazy. It's true. It's true. It is a well-known secret. Did you guys like that? Carrie, thanks for being here, Carrie. I'm glad you're here today. Did you get that? It's a well-known secret. Okay, I'm out. I'm going to go watch surfing. I'm really not. I'm going to have lunch. I'm going to have lunch. I don't want to leave for some reason today. I'm going to go have lunch and watch some surfing, and then I'm going to go to work. So I'm not even going to try. You're absolutely right. I'm not trying. It's not even happening. All right. Love you guys. See you tonight. Bye.